So here is how I went from totally broke to making over $100,000 in sales in 6 months as just 22 years old with zero experience. And in this video, I'm going to share with you all my 7 steps that I think everybody who is interested in making money needs to follow. Now, number 1 is that if you're just starting out with business, you're just starting out learning a new skill, you're just starting out trying to try out this entrepreneurship world, try everything. There's a reason why I say try everything, because you're going to spend more time thinking about the ideal business to try than actually taking action if you are trying to get the business you think is ideal for you to try. So at the point of you starting out, you should just try anything. Whether it's graphic design, whether it is copywriting, whether it is project management, whether it's AI, just start anything. Because what that will do is that it's going to give you momentum. And with momentum comes direction, because when you have momentum, you can now have direction. If somebody is standing still in a particular place, he's just there. There's no direction. It is even okay for you to go like in the wrong direction at the beginning. At least you have momentum, you know that you can move, rather than just standing in a particular place. So the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is that you should just try anything. Don't try to overcomplicate it. Just try to start learning something and get going the first time. For me, back then, I tried writing news for Opera Mini. I also tried taking reviews on Nairaland. Back then, it was a blog and all those kind of things. So I was reposting those reviews in all these news websites. And from there, before I knew it, I started to post more content online. I started to like grow social media accounts, and from there I started to move on. I went to do Facebook ads, just basically trying everything. And at the end of the day, after like 6 to 8 months, you'll notice that your life kind of starts to go in a particular direction, and it will now be easier for you to choose what you think is better for you, because now you have broad knowledge and you have an idea of what you think should work for you. Number 2 is that you choose what you think is best for you. Now, there's a reason why I did not start with choose what is best for you, because I know that you cannot know what is best for you if you've never tried it before. So now that you have information of like 8 months worth of work, you've tried different businesses, it could be like 1 month each in each and every of all those businesses. Your aim at that particular point might not be to make profit, it will just be to gain experience. So with the data you've gotten from all the businesses that you've done, you can now decide that, okay, which of this is suitable for my lifestyle, which of this is healthy for me. Some of you guys are religious, which of this is okay with my religion, and all these kind of things. Then you can now decide that, okay, this is the business I want to do in the long term. You also have to consider factors like how much can this business make for me, how much stress do I have to go into for me to make X amount of money from that particular business. These are the things you have to consider if you are starting up or you're deciding to go from 0 to 100K, especially how much you can make from that business, because there's some businesses you do, right? These businesses can never take you to the 100K. They can never take you. They might take you to the 100K, but you pay with your sweat and your blood. So it's super important that you choose what businesses are good for you. And some factors I like to use to choose is that how much this business can make, how much work do I need to put into that business to make that money that I'm looking for, and also if the business is suitable with my current lifestyle, because there's some businesses you can do and some businesses you cannot do depending on the lifestyle, on your lifestyle choices. Now, number 3 is that you should make sure that you have mentorship. Mentorship is super important. Mentorship and communities, right, is super important, because the more mentorship you have, the more you have people who can actually direct you, because at the beginning you can never really know everything. But if you have people who have played the part that you want to play, you can easily just take advice from them and follow their advice, and before you know it, you are now hitting like some really good numbers because of mentorship. Personally, I have different mentors for different things. I have a mentor for my finance, I have a mentor for my marketing, I have a mentor for my content creation, and there's some mentors that I would never ever meet. Why? Because they are dead. I just like their way of life or how they live life, and I said to copy them. A good example might be Marcus Aurelius. It was a Roman Empire, 1817 something or whatever. How the fuck am I supposed to meet Marcus Aurelius ever in this life? So, but of course his teachings and all these kind of things are things that are part of my guiding principles that I follow day to day, and they have been able to help me, put me in a better state of mind to make as much money as possible as I want. Now, number 4 is that you need to be comfortable working for free. Because before you get to that level where you can now charge a lot of money, you need to build enough confidence. And the way you can build enough confidence is by having results. The reason why you think that you are an imposter, or the reason why you think that you're not qualified enough, is because you have not done enough work. Somebody who has run a marathon 50 times would not be afraid to run a marathon the 51st time. But somebody who has never run a marathon is going to be thinking, okay, can I really run this marathon? What shoes do I need? What clothes do I wear? How many liters of water should I take when I'm running with me? All those things are as a result of the fact that you are just inexperienced. So it is okay for you to work for free if it's good, or if you're able to find a company that is going to pay you, and the company is going to be able to sponsor you while you're learning and all that. Good for you. But at the beginning, be okay working for free. All right. Now, number 5 is that you need to use social media a lot. In one of my videos, I posted and I talked about how you can use social media to leave trenches, and social media plays a major role in taking you from 0 to 100K, because what you can do physically, you can do times 100 on social media. So if physically you can meet 100 people and talk to them and get some of them to buy your product, or get some of them to patronize your services, with social media you can talk to 1 million people at the same time. So these are the powers of social media that I always talk about, that social media is like super underrated. And the crazy thing is that I don't even think it's underrated, I think it's misused. Because a lot of people use social media for the totally wrong thing. There's nothing wrong with using social media to check that babe, to watch videos and all that, but the main aim for social media for you as a business person should be to increase your business, and you need to leverage social media as much as possible. Now, number 6 is that this is something that nobody ever tells you. Expect downtimes. It's not going to be rosy all through. You're not going to start today and make 100K the next week. You're not even going to make it the next month. Some of you are not even going to make 100K in the next 3-4 years, because there are always going to be downtimes. But what I normally tell people is that whenever you're having downtimes, you need to stay through the moment. And this is where mentorship comes in. Because when you have accurate mentorship, whenever you experience downtimes, you know exactly who to go to talk to in order for you to leave that particular trench that you're in. You can call it trenches here. Yeah. So expect downtimes. Downtimes are normal, downtimes are okay, and you don't have to stress too much about it. Whenever you reach a downtime, when you reach a downtime, what you should just be thinking about is that, okay, what's the solution? How can I leave this particular problem? Many times than not, your problems is physical, it's not spiritual. So provided it's a problem, you can actually solve that particular problem. But don't think that you're not going to encounter problems. In fact, the aim of an entrepreneur is to solve problems and make money with it. So these problems are normal. So expect downtimes in your business or whatever. Now, number 7, which is the last advice I'm going to give you today, is that you need to make sure that you have support systems for information, right? You need to make sure that you have communities. You need to make sure that you are in the right places. You need to make sure that you attend events, because that's literally the only way you can grow. So once you have support system, it's easier for you to know where to go whenever you have these problems. Because like I told you, the whole idea of entrepreneurship is problems. You're either solving your own problems, making money from it, solving people's problems, making money from it. You know, you're solving a problem of a group of people, you're solving a global problem. It's just problem. And you know what comes after problems? Profit. So that's one thing you have to understand, is that you being in good support systems means that you are exposed to more opportunities, new opportunities, and better partnerships. Because at the end of the day, you cannot do it alone. And I'm not even talking about you having support systems that will help you. You need support systems that can carry your vision and carry your dreams. Because at some point, you might not be able to run that particular business alone. So you need people around you. They might not even be as big as you, but people who believe in your dreams, so that you can move with them in the long run. So these are the 5 or 7 advice rather, that I can guarantee you that if you follow, you can see yourself making at least, 100K every single month. And if I go back to number 2, I talked about choosing the best for you, right? And I just want to add that you need a high income skill, because it's super important for you to have a high income skill if you want to totally change your life. So if you want to learn the skill I have, you can just go ahead and click on the link down below in the description, and I'll see you guys later in another video.